Here.
Talk to me for your cameras.
Stephen?
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Well, Lee, thank you for joining us here at the Center Club in downtown Baltimore.
It's my pleasure.
So you are, as the head of the AARP, also technically a retired person.
Yes, sometimes it doesn't seem like that, but that is what I am.
Tell us about your background. I had always imagined the president of AARP would be an inside the Beltway sort of guy, and you're a Marylander.
Well, I'm far from an inside the Beltway sort of guy. I grew up in Catonsville, went to Towson University, started my career in the Eastern Shore of Maryland as a teacher in Montgomery County, and after leaving teaching after 30 years as a school administrator, I got involved with the Retired Teachers Association in my county. That led to the National Retired Teachers Association, which is a part of AARP, it's Educator Community. And from there on to the board of AARP, with stops as Maryland State President and President of the Maryland Retired Teachers Association.
So what are you most focused on in the current position?
Well, my position, the job description for me is the volunteer voice of AARP. And that involves not only working in DC and inside the Beltway, but especially working around the country. And in some cases internationally, because we do have an international presence for AARP.
There's been some controversy recently about whether AARP's position has changed on the question of fixing Social Security.
Let me say unequivocally that our position has not changed. I think there are two different things we're talking about here. First of all, AARP is committed to not having Social Security or Medicare be a part of the deficit discussion. That should not be used in the debt ceiling debate. That needs a much broader discussion, a better education for everyone in the country to know the value of Social Security and Medicare.
Explain the case for that, because we hear in the discussion about very serious debt problem, debt ceiling issue, that everything is on the table.
Well, let's talk about Social Security in that regard. Social Security did not cause the debt problem. It's a program which people have paid into through their working lives and expect to get the benefits that they paid in to get during their retirement years. It's really a cornerstone program of retirement, and the only safety net program that we have for retirement at this point.
And critically important for a lot of people, for a significant number of people, it's all they've got in retirement.
Oh, absolutely. If you look at Maryland itself, there are over 826,000 people in Maryland who are receiving Social Security. More than 500,000 of those are retirees. And for many, that's the largest portion of their retirement income. Looking at the last couple of years, the way the economy has collapsed. Other factors that they use for retirement, interest income from their investments, home equity, those are basically down to two. So they're looking at Social Security as the real cornerstone of their retirement at this point.
So when the Wall Street Journal printed a headline, just paraphrasing, said AARP drops opposition to cuts or something like that, that caught your attention?
I think it caught a lot of people's attention. I think there were a lot of things that were taken together to reach a conclusion that wasn't there. AARP has not changed its position. The AARP Board of Directors is responsible for the strategic direction of AARP. And the AARP Board of Directors has never wavered from the fact that we want Social Security to be strong, not only for current retirees, but for future generations.
Future generations who, if the actuaries are right, will come to a point where the Social Security Trust Fund runs out of money. I think the projection is 2036 that happens. So what is on the table? What should be considered to keep the program fully funded beyond that?
Well, first I'd like to talk about that running out of money. I think the terms bankrupt and broke are overused in that regard. The program is not bankrupt or broke. It can pay full benefits for the next 25 years, and for the foreseeable future after that, 75% of the benefits. But we don't think that's enough for our grandchildren and their children. I think, there are lots of options that could be considered. And I think it takes a broad national debate about what the options are, what the effect of those options are on people. Because after all, we're not just talking about money, we're talking about people's lives.
Well, some of the potential options would be to raise the Social Security tax, to raise the retirement age, which has been done on an incremental basis already, and to means test the benefits so that wealthier people perhaps would get less than they were expecting. If AARP could write legislation to fix Social Security for the long haul, would any of those things be in it?
As I said before, I think it's an opportunity for us as a nation, not just AARP, to look at all of the possibilities. We need to see what the effects are, what they will do to Social Security, and what they will do to people. And I think we're in the midst now of beginning an education campaign around the country to make those options known to people, everything that's been discussed, and things that perhaps haven't already been discussed, so that they can see what's there, see what it does to the program, and make some decisions. We need to listen to our members and to the rest of the population.
Let's talk about AARP for a minute. Huge membership organization. I also see a lot of ads on TV and in periodicals for products that are affiliated with AARP. How should individuals think of AARP these days?
Well, unfortunately, the response that we get from people is that AARP is the insurance company. Nothing could be further from the truth. What we do is license our brand to products and services, and we have a great number of them, which we think give added value to our members. The products, the persons who are providing the products, the companies, are vetted more ways than I'd want to be vetted, to see that they are actually providing good value to the membership. Now, it may not be the least expensive product, but it's a product that we feel provides great value.
How old do I have to be to get an AARP card these days? And is it still technically the American Association of Retired Persons?
No, it's not. The name has changed several years ago to simply AARP. And that's because more than half of our membership is not retired. So it wasn't really an accurate title for us. And in order to be a full member, you must be 50 years or older. You can get an associate membership at a younger age. If you're interested, we can take care of that right here.
Not quite, but any day now. And what do people get for that? I mean, obviously, there's some hotel discounts, but maybe some more important things.
Well, there's some discounts, and frankly, most people join AARP for a discount, which is understandable. But there's much more to AARP than that. There's a world-class magazine that has the largest readership, third largest readership, I believe, of any magazine in the world. There's a bulletin. The magazine comes out every 2 months. The bulletin comes out monthly and is regionalized so that states within your own region have information in there that's valuable for you. In addition to that, there's the advocacy. There's the products and services that we brand. There are any number of things that I think are worth the $16 membership in AARP.
And how many folks are signed up these days?
Well, we have more than 37 million who are members.
Well, congratulations, Lee Hammond. Thank you for speaking with us.
Thank you. Enjoy.